Eric Schwarzenreich, criminal defense attorney. You've been looking at this case. What kind of trouble is this guy in tonight? Again, the wife that he's having this very vicious divorce battle with is found dead in the family swimming pool in the house that she won in the divorce. The kids that he's not supposed to see without extraordinary measures are taken by him 3 hours earlier.
Well, listen, he's certainly got a lot of issues and a lot of answers and a lot of questions. I mean, divorce is the psychological equivalent of getting like a rectal colonoscopy, but that doesn't mean that gives him, and I know it's sometimes, that doesn't mean it gives him that he committed the murder. I mean, is there smoke? Is there fire? I mean, right now they think there's something up because he is sitting in jail on a charge in a state case that normally would have a bond, so they're holding him. You know, but the issue is that they need proof, and whether or not this is going to go into a murder case, whether or not they can prove murder, and just because he loves his children and wants to be with his children, is he going to make that quantum leap to commit murder? I mean, that's a completely different sin. It's a completely different issue, and right now it's not there. The investigation is going on.
Samira and Adam Frash led a very extravagant lifestyle. Here's what we know. They met at a fashion show in Paris where she was walking the runway as a couture model for a very prestigious modeling agency. There was a whirlwind romance in Paris after dating for several years. In 2009, they get married in Las Vegas. In 2010, the couple moves to sunny Florida, and that's where their marriage hits a big speed bump. Okay, shortly after they moved to Florida. Professionally, Adam Frash keeps practicing as a doctor. Samira keeps pursuing her modeling career and even branches out into music videos. Here's a music video of the now dead woman posted on Facebook. Talented woman, and this is just a horror that she is dead. I want to go to Linda Walker, family friend and babysitter out of Bainbridge, Georgia. Linda, you were there with the family, seeing them day in and day out. Do you think that this husband, who the attorney for the dead woman is describing as dangerous and a hothead and furious over the divorce, was capable of doing something untoward?
I really don't know what happened in the case or anything like that, but he never showed me that he could be that way. I don't, in my opinion, think that he did it, but you never know what can happen behind closed doors. I'm hoping that he didn't, and if there's any way that they allow him visitors, I would like to go and see him, but I just don't know. I don't know at this point.
Well, this is a pretty lavish place that they lived, and I've got to ask you this question. First of all, let me state that he is not considered a suspect in the death of his estranged wife at this point at all. So we'd be happy to have him on, except he's behind bars. We'd be happy to call his attorney and have that attorney on, except he apparently represented himself in the divorce, and we do not know of him having an attorney. But if he has one and you're watching, you're invited on. We would like to get his side of the story. But here's what I want to read from their incredibly nasty divorce filing. Okay, this is a legal document I'm reading from, and it was filed by Samira, and this is what she says. Upon her arrival in Tallahassee, she learned that she was pregnant. Almost immediately thereafter, she received a telephone call from a woman who advised her that she had a child with the respondent. She agreed to meet with this woman and learned that while she was absent in France, this woman had been staying in the marital home and had been using her clothing and personal belongings, and that the respondent, i.e. this guy, had gifted many of her belongings to this woman. And she was devastated and as a result miscarried her pregnancy. Cheryl Lee Ralph, actress, Nickelodeon's Instant Mom. I mean, if there is any truth, this is an allegation in the divorce proceedings. What does that say about this man?
I'm telling you, there's a whole lot going on there. Can you just imagine all of your great couture clothing being worn by some other man toy over there? It's just a mess. And what the heck is going on in Florida, Florida, Florida? One madness after the other. But the real important part of all of this, I am so sorry that there are 2 young children who are left without their mother, and that is the saddest thing of all. But this girl spent a whole lot of money on these videos. My goodness.